What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be talking about some new Speedster villains that could potentially be appearing on The Flash. But before we get started, make sure that you guys like, share, subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment any other video ideas for me. So the first new Speedster villain that I think could appear on The Flash is Inertia. Now, if you guys do not know who Inertia in the comics is basically Bart Allen / Impulse's Reverse Flash. And obviously Bart Allen / Impulse has been confirmed to appear in episode 17 and going into season 8 of The Flash. So that could mean that Inertia could come back, as obviously Inertia is Bart Allen's archenemy. Also, in the comics, Inertia's real name is Thaddeus Thawne, just like Eobard Thawne. So there are a lot of villains with the last name of Thawne. Maybe even Eddie Thawne could end up being a villain, as I'll go over later in this video. The next Speedster villain that I think could end up appearing on The Flash is the Future Flash. Now, if you guys don't know who the Future Flash is, he is a alternate version of Barry from the future, who's basically been brought down a super dark path because of the death of Wally West. But that's kind of what Savitar was back in season 3, so this one isn't as likely to happen. Obviously, Savitar was brought down that dark path because Iris was killed, and then we eventually find out that he is Barry Allen. So I feel like bringing back another version of Barry from the future as a villain, it might be a little repetitive, but I still think it'd be pretty cool to see. And the only reason that this Future Flash villain could be coming is just because of what Abracadabra said back in episode 4, when he said that Barry was obsessed with the Future Flash. I don't know if he was meaning like the Future Flash, or just like the Future Flash, like himself from the future. So I think doing something with that could be very, very interesting. And then, of course, the next Speedster that could appear is the Real Godspeed, whoever that might be. This is a pretty obvious one. But here's the thing: it could end up being Eddie Thawne. I made a whole theory video on that, so make sure you guys go check that out. This could also be just August Hart, just like the comics, and just like we've seen on the show so far. But I think Eddie Thawne being a Speedster and a villain would be pretty cool. Maybe the Reverse Flash, like captures Eddie Thawne, like he time travels right before he dies, or maybe after he dies, he somehow brings him back to life and turns him into a Speedster villain, and then he just gets called Godspeed. I think that would be pretty cool to see, and a pretty cool storyline also on The Flash. But yeah, if the next Godspeed is going to be Eddie Thawne, or it's just going to be August Hart, I still think he'll be pretty good either way. Now, somebody named Janice11 commented this on my last video. I thought it was a pretty good theory. He said that Godspeed could be Daniel West from the future. I don't know if he'll exactly be Godspeed, but I think him appearing on the show could be likely. But obviously I could be wrong, and they could end up having Daniel West as the new Godspeed. Now, if you guys don't know who Daniel West is, I'm pretty sure in the comics he's the son of the New 52 Wally West. I could be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Obviously, this means that he is from the future, and he goes by the Reverse Flash, so he takes up the mantle of the Reverse Flash after Eobard Thawne. Now, I think that Wally West having a son could actually kind of make sense. I don't know, but then if Daniel West does end up appearing on the show, then Wally would probably have to appear more, and obviously Wally does not appear very often, so I don't know exactly how that would work. But I think Daniel West on the show could be kind of cool to see, especially because he's like related to Iris, related to Joe, all those characters. So yeah, comment your guys' thoughts below on Daniel West potentially appearing in The Flash sometime. And the last Speedster villain of this video that I think could appear in The Flash sometime is Mina Dion. Now, in the comics, she starts out as a good person. She starts out as a hero after she gets struck by lightning in the same lightning storm where Godspeed was created. So she could potentially already be a Speedster in the Arrowverse. Obviously, we know that she actually does exist in the Arrowverse because we've seen Chester reading a book by her in episode 1. Now, eventually, what happens with Mina is she turns from a hero into a villain called the Dark Flash. Now, obviously, we've kind of already had the Dark Flash back in that Bloodwork storyline, if you guys remember. Bloodwork took over Barry and created, basically, the Dark Flash. So I don't know if they're exactly going to call her the Dark Flash if she ends up being a villain whenever she appears in the Arrowverse. But I still think that that would be pretty cool to see if she ends up, becoming the Dark Flash, just like in the comics. But yeah, I'd say that's about it, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure to comment your thoughts on this video down below, as well as what other Speedster villains you guys think could end up appearing in Season 7 or the rest of the show as a whole. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.